Good evening and greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Warren Civic Theater's production of Virtual Storybook Theater, the web series. Today's edition is going to be Snow White. It is written and directed by me, Joe Colosi, and it stars a fun gang of Warren Civic Theater alumni. The play is based on Schneewittchen from Kinder und Hausmärchen, Volume 1, Number 53, written by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Once upon a time, in a great castle, a princess grew up happy and contented, in spite of the kingdom's evil queen. She was very pretty, with skin that was delicate and fair, and so she was called Snow White. Though the queen was a wicked woman, she too was very beautiful and had a magic mirror that told her this every morning.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the loveliest lady in the land?
Are you kidding me? You are, Your Majesty, please.
And every afternoon,
mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the loveliest lady in the land?
Hold on, let me check my list here. Looks like once again, you.
and every evening.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the loveliest lady in the land?
The winner and current reigning champion for loveliest in the land is you.
Until one day.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the loveliest lady in the land?
So here's the thing. There's been some new information, you know, things happen, changes, and technically speaking, and remember, I do not get a vote in this, Snow White is the loveliest in the land.
What?
Snow White is the loveliest in the land.
Come again.
Snow White is the loveliest in the land.
No!
Yes.
The evil queen was furious and wild with jealousy. She began plotting to get rid of Snow White. So she called on the royal huntsman.
Royal Huntsman.
Yes, my queen.
I need you to hunt something for me.
Of course, Your Majesty. It would be my pleasure. What would you like? A wild pheasant?
No, something bigger.
Bigger, eh? Perhaps Her Highness would like a wild boar?
No, bigger.
A wild elephant?
I want you to hunt Snow White.
But she's a person.
I want you to hunt a Snow White.
But she's so pretty. I mean, pretty awful, am I right?
I need you to make sure she is no longer the loveliest in the land, or else.
With no other options, the huntsman headed to the forest to find Snow White. Once he found her, he kept his distance. But unfortunately for Snow White, she had found herself in a part of the woods that she was not familiar with.
Excuse me, Mrs. Birdie? Do you know the way home? Oh, well, thank you anyway. Madam Turkey, do you know the best way home? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you anyway. Mr. Wild Elephant. Mr. Wild Elephant, do you? Well, all right, I hope you have a better day.
She's so sweet and so kind. I can't believe the queen wants me to. No, I can't do it. But she is in the woods, which means she may be lost, not to mention all the dangerous animals out there. And technically, by not helping her, I'm fulfilling the queen's obligation. And as for the fairest in all the land, I don't think the queen owns this part of the forest, so that's good enough for me. Yay for loopholes!
The noon sun was beating hot on Snow White, and so she went in search of some shade. That's when she came across a small cottage with a tiny door, tiny windows, and a tiny chimney. Everything about the cottage was much tinier than it ought to be. Snow White knocked on the door.
Hello? Is anyone home? I wonder who lives here.
Cautiously entered.
Hello?
She looked around and made her way into the kitchen.
What tiny plates and spoons and chairs. And look, 7 of everything. I have an idea. I'll make them something to eat. When they come home, they'll be glad to find a meal ready.
And so Snow White went about getting dinner ready for the 7 tiny homeowners. As dusk approached, she heard little voices singing in the distance.
Hello, hello, it's back to home we go. Hello, who are you?
Where are the rest of the dwarves?
Excuse me?
The other dwarves. I was expecting 7 altogether.
Wow. Well, first off, please stop saying that.
Oh, you're grumpy, aren't you?
Grumpy? No, I'm Gary, but my good friends call me Doc.
Nice to meet you, Doc.
You can call me Gary.
Very well, Gary the dwarf.
Just Gary?
Very well, Gary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Where are the rest of your friends?
My friends? Oh yeah, that right there is Happy, Dopey, Dave. Over there is Karate Dave. And the back is my boy Hambone. Love that guy. And then there's Batman.
Batman?
Yeah, if any of us are grumpy, it's Batman.
A pleasure to meet you all.
So, lady who broke into our house, can we help you with something?
Well, I was lost in the woods and needed some shelter.
So you broke into our home.
I mean, I did clean it. And I made you all dinner.
Cleaned it? And dinner? Excuse me, quick house meeting. What do you guys think? Let me check. What kind of dinner?
Soup.
Guys, it's soup. I know you're excited. Hambone, what about you? Dopey? You're not gonna say nothing? Fine. Let's put it to a vote. All in favor? Against? That settles it. After careful deliberation, we have settled 6 votes to 1 in favor of eating your dinner and not throwing you out.
Who voted against it?
Not important, but I would be extra cool with Karate Dave if you get a chance. Furthermore, from here on out, we vow to blindly take care of you no matter what, as long as you continue to do some lighthouse keeping.
You guys have a lighthouse?
What? No! Lighthouse keeping, not lighthouse keeping!
Oh, well, that's very generous of you.
It's nothing. It's part of our diamond miner's oath. For if a person is to clean our home and prepare a liquid meal, unprompted, they will forever have the unquestioned care of all the diamond miners.
Diamond miners? All 7 of you are diamond miners?
We are?
You must be rich.
Correct?
Like, ridiculously rich.
We are crazy rich, like diamonds the size of baseballs rich.
Why do you all live in such a small cottage?
We really got into that tiny house show a few years back.
Oh,
So, do you agree with the terms?
of course.
The next morning, Gary, Happy, Dopey, Dave, Karate Dave, Hambone, and Batman all set off for work. But before they left, Gary warned Snow White not to open the door to strangers, no matter what.
Hey, don't open the door to strangers, no matter what. Hey.
Meanwhile, the evil queen waited for the huntsman to return to her castle.
Really? That's all you do all day? You just keep track of how pretty everyone is?
I mean, you're oversimplifying it, but yeah, that's the gist of it.
Wow. I don't know if I could do that all day.
I mean, it's nothing compared to what my brother does. He's an interdimensional portal to Wonderland.
That does sound terrible. Ah, Huntsman, you're back.
What about my back?
Never mind. Is it taken care of?
Yeah, sure. Technically.
Excellent. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the loveliest lady in the land?
Well, I would use this time to get a head start if I were you. The loveliest in the land, by my calculations, is still Snow White.
What? I thought you said you took care of it. Huntsman? Huntsman? Wow. Well, looks like I will have to take matters into my own hands. Magic mirror, where is she?
It looks like she's in a tiny cottage in the woods.
A tiny cottage in the woods. Gary's place.
You know Gary?
Anyone who's anyone knows Gary.
That guy can throw a pizza party.
Indeed. And according to the Diamond Miner's oath, he and his friends are sworn to protect her in exchange for lighthouse keeping. I'll need a disguise. To the costume chamber!
And so, the evil queen, disguising herself as an old peasant woman, put some poisoned apples into a basket and hurried to the forest. In no time at all, she made her way to the tiny cottage and knocked on the door. But Snow White did not open, for she remembered Gary's advice.
Who's there?
An old peasant woman.
An old pheasant woman?
Sure.
Okay. Can I help you?
I'm selling apples.
I don't need any apples, but thank you anyway.
Oh, they are beautiful apples and ever so juicy.
That's nice. Their juiciness does not change my need for them.
Oh, you really should see how delicious and how red they are.
I'm not supposed to open the door.
Oh, and quite right, too. Good girl. If you promise not to open the door to strangers, then of course you shouldn't. Oh, that Gary is good.
What was that?
As a gift for being good, I'm going to make you a gift of one of my apples. I'll just leave it here. Bink. By the door. Okay, I'm leaving now. Squawk. Bye.
Once the old pheasant woman had left, Snow White opened the door just a bit to retrieve the apple.
That bird lady was right. This does look delicious. Uh-oh.
Later that night, Gary and the gang came home and found Snow White lying still and lifeless with a poisoned apple by her side. They did their best to bring her around.
Hey, wake up! Seriously, wake up! Please wake up.
But it was no use. Days had gone by, and still Snow White would not wake up. Then, one day, a prince approached.
Excuse me, good sir. Wait, Geri?
In the flesh. Do I know you?
Well, alas, no, but I once attended one of your famed pizza parties. It changed my life.
Always glad to meet a fan. Is there something I can help you with? We're kind of having a weird week.
Well, nay, sir, it is I who have come to help you.
How's that now?
Well, when word reached our land that a friend of Gary's had fallen under a sleeping spell, I thought you might be able to use my unique set of skills.
Go on.
Well, one kiss from me and she should awaken.
Beg pardon?
One kiss from me and your dear Snow White should break out of this spell.
Seriously.
Oh, dear Sir Garry, I would never jest you in such a matter. It is how I rescued my own sleeping beauty.
Just a moment. Quick house meeting. What do you guys think? It does seem a little weird, Dave. No, Happy, you cannot also try. What? I have no idea how someone gets those kind of powers, Batman. Are we decided? Okay, we've agreed. You can give it a try.
With that, the prince kneeled down and took Snow White's hand into his and kissed it. Nothing happened. He took it again and kissed it. Again, nothing happened.
Prince?
Just 1 second.
He gave one last big kiss to her hand.
Mwah!
Nothing.
I don't understand.
You said you already used this to rescue a princess?
Yes, my sleeping beauty.
Yeah, I think you're confusing True Love's kiss for some kind of weird kissing superpower.
That would make more sense.
Did someone say true love's kiss?
Yeah, I did.
Please pardon the intrusion, Gary, but I have been admiring Snow White from afar for some time, and I can honestly say I love her. Would you mind terribly if I attempted a kiss?
Wait, but you're not a prince. You're just a huntsman.
True.
You sure you're not a prince?
Positive.
Because if you were, that would have a classic Spin Doctors scenarios.
Indeed, my friend, classic. But where does it say that only a prince may be with a princess?
Well, in a book. Somewhere, I imagine. Look, I don't know. I just kind of always assumed that was the case. In a book.
Wait. She's a princess?
Again, I don't actually know. I just kind of assumed. Okay, I'm not from around here.
She is a princess.
Really?
Okay.
I am 100% positive.
I feel like she would have kind of mentioned it.
Weren't you listening to the beginning?
Wait, the beginning of what?
Can you read back literally the first sentence of the story?
Oh,
Please?
me. Sure. Let's see. Once upon a time, in a great castle, a princess grew up happy and contented, in spite of the kingdom's evil queen.
A princess grew up happy and contented. See, princess.
Well, I guess I missed that.
Me too. Wait, if she's a princess, is the evil queen her mom?
Well, she would have to be.
A topic for another time. Now, may I attempt a kiss?
You know what? I'm not sure how I got in charge of this weird kissing booth, so knock yourself out, you crazy kids.
And with that, the huntsman kneeled down and took Snow White's hand into his and kissed it. Suddenly, she awoke.
What happened?
A lot. You fell under a sleeping spell.
We think you ate a poison apple.
Then this guy thought he had magic lips.
No dice, by the way. Then we had a brief but informative debate about medieval courting rituals.
That's it?
Yep, we confirmed it. You're a princess.
By the way, maybe lead with that next time.
Well, then this guy showed up and kissed you and fixed everything.
Right. I think that's about it.
But only true love's kiss could break such a spell.
Yes.
That's two.
We really have to start paying more attention.
I'm sorry, what?
But I've never met you before.
I know, but I've been admiring you for a while, like a whole week now. And when I had the chance to kill you, I did not.
Oh. What?
It's kind of like a fun meet cute, am I right?
I guess.
And now we shall live happily ever after.
Let's start with a date first.
Deal.
And so, having shared true love's kiss, the Huntsman and Snow White went on their first date and eventually lived happily ever after. As for the evil queen,
Now, I am sure this is the way out. Or was it this way? I've been lost in these woods for days. I am so hungry. Mm. Mm. Oh, Goofy. Uh-oh.
the end.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Snow White. I want to ask the rest of the cast to pop back out real quick. Give a special thanks to everybody. As our narrator today, we had the lovely Geri Elise Connor as Snow White. We had Victoria Thompson as the Evil Queen. We had Michele Colosi as the Magic Mirror. Xavier J. Bush as the Huntsman. Keith Zachow as Garry, Matthew Klug, and as the Prince, Sterling Orlowski. A big thank you to everybody. And for all of you who's watching, this is technically our final installment of Storybook Theater. However, I have a special announcement that we have added one small additional show 2 weeks from today. It'll be an original world, we'll call it a world premiere, I suppose. And it will be Rapunzel. We will be doing that one. It's never aired before. And we're actually going to bring back the original cast of Storybook Theater from 2014. All six of us from back in the day are coming back together to put this production on. All of the shows you've seen over the last 12 weeks, all 49 parts, I believe we counted, were originally played by just 6 actors. So this will be fun to give us those guys one last time to do it. So that will be November 22nd at 7 p.m. EST. And the other thing coming up in December, Warren Civic Theater has the big holiday spectacular. There'll be more info coming up on that very soon, but you're bound to see some folks that were part of this very production on that later on in December. Anyway, have a great day. Good night, good day, whenever you're watching this. It doesn't matter. Bye.